for NRM. Thank you.
The National Resistance Movement today assumed the leadership of the Inter-Party Organization for Dialogue for the next 6 months. While addressing members of IPOD, DP President Nobert Mao accused the NRM of undermining the organization resolution taken to fund political parties.
When the money was released, you took the lion's share, 12 billion. How can NRM shamelessly walk away with 12 billion and give DP only 600 million, FDC slightly above 1 billion? You are thieves. And that is not the spirit of IPOD. It is totally unacceptable. You are undermining IPOD. How do you expect us to sit in a summit and trust you ever again?
Responding to Mao's accusations, the NRM Secretary General Justin Kasule Lumumba called for a new interpretation of the law.
We shall pay consultants as IPOD if need be, but also who is somebody who has lived in the politics under the NRM government right from university up to now. That what we require is the interpretation of the law. And once we get the interpretation of the law, it settles and even it turns on the language of calling others thieves, yet everything was done under the law.
Mao also called on President Museveni, who has assumed the chairmanship of IPOD, to refrain from using threatening language.
The use of threatening language like, I'll crush you, don't tempt us, we are experts in violence. I wouldn't mind if some overzealous DPC spoke like that, but definitely not a head of state.
The UPC President Jimmy Akena said the current trend of violence has affected the direction of the country.
But the conversation is overshadowed by other events which do not have a direct bearing on the potential which this country has, on the direction the country should be taking, but we're wasting a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of resources in directions which is not going to ultimately benefit the citizens of this country.
The Secretary General for Jema Party challenged the NRM to ensure equitable distribution of resources.
It is also important to revisit the formula for appropriation of the public funds as set out in the law for a more equitable formula as had been agreed in the summit.
These stroke IPOD secretariats, we commit to continuing our cordial relationship with all the political parties in the IPOD family in pursuit of your noble objectives.
NTV.